Hello guys and welcome to another boss guide. This time I will talk about Guardian Golem, one of the many constructs found across the land between. It wields a large halberd to attack, along with being able to breathe fire on anything below it. This is an optional boss as players are not required to defeat it to advance in the game, but it is very important to learn how to deal with him since later in the game you will find a lot of golems that are normal enemy model of this boss. To reach this boss you have to start from Murkwater Coast, where I was talking about the grave Guardian duelist in another guide, but this time your path is straightforward in north direction. Once you get close to the end of the lake, start moving around the rocks on the left side. There should be a small hole to the cave where Guardian Golem lays in the closest side of Grace called High Grove Cave. After the side of Grace and your way down at this cave you will need flame torch to light your path, and you will have to jump few times and watch your feet as you may die from fall damage. If you are in this cave for first time, then you might experience a little bit of trouble from the bats that fly around your head all the time and confusion of where you should jump next. Is it here or down the river? But don't worry, I'll leave the video showing my current path of how to get there, so good luck everyone. Once you reach the end of the cave, Guardian Golem will be laying down as he stands up, and you will have enough time to summon your spirit ashes with boss, or you can rush directly into him and do few attacks on his legs. The core tactic is to stay just behind its legs. Most of his attacks aim forward or just in front of his feet. Attacks and counters. Ace sweep. Sweeps its ace across the floor. Row in the opposite direction of the sweep and try to reach him with few attacks on his legs. Ace stab. Stabs the hilt of the ace into the ground. This attack usually doesn't aim the player, so stay behind him or run far away, since most of the time he will repeat it for 3 times and then he will combine it with another attack. Hilt sweep. Sweeps the heel of the ace to one side of its legs. This mostly goes to the side, so roll behind its legs to avoid it. Kneeling clave. Puts one hand on the ground and slam its ace down in front of it while kneeling. Run in when you see it leaning down and you should be able to avoid the first hit. Follow up with few counter attacks on the legs or his hand. Mega stab. Takes a couple steps back. Rises its ace high above its head and stabs the heel down in front of it. After a pause, he pulls it out, creating another shockwave. Roll to avoid the first shockwave, get behind his legs and counter as much as possible, and make sure to be a little bit behind so you won't take any damage from the shockwave area. Ace charge. Puts the head of its ace on the ground and charge forward, then turns around and uses the ace to throw stones at you. Run or roll to avoid the initial charge, then roll toward the stone. If you're too close to him, then do few counterattacks instead of rolling the stone. Farjet leans forward with its hands on the ground and breathes fire counterclockwise across the arena. To counter this, you have to run past its head to avoid the fire entirely and do few attacks. Otherwise, run in the direction the fire is moving. The fire moves slowly enough that rolling through it is a bad idea and it will probably hit you. Pool of Fire. This happens when you get his health around 50% and below. Also he can repeat it, so it's not just once. He leans forward with his hands on the ground and breathes fire beneath it while slowly steps back. For this, just run away until the fire is finished. A lot of the attacks that I just mentioned above are combination with other attacks. For example, a lot of time when he does near a cliff, then he will follow up with a sweep or fire burst. Sometimes he does a step with another A step and another A step, follow up with another attack. I know this sounds kinda complicated, but to make it very simple, here is the graph of the following attacks and what you can expect next. Notice that some of them are just one combo. After defeating him, you will be rewarded with Blue Dancer Charm, talisman that raises physical damage with lower equip load. And that's everything for Guardian Golem. I'll play the whole battle again so you can see how it looks like, and I'll see you on the next boss.